Hello, and welcome to Shift Happens, your 5-minute guide to Red Hat OpenShift Virtualization. I'm your host, Carolyn May, and in this episode, we are diving into how to configure the host network for virtualization. More specifically, Ryan, our OpenShift Virtualization Technical Marketing Manager, will explore how to set up the node network for virtualization by setting up SR-IOV, bonding, dedicated interfaces, and VLANs for VM networks. All of these components are essential as you prepare a high-performing OpenShift virtualization environment. Over to Ryan, who will kick us off.
The key to high-performance OpenShift virtualization environment is a well-configured host network. Each technology serves a specific purpose to ensure speed, redundancy, and network segmentation for your virtual machines. SR-IOV is a hardware-based virtualization technology that allows a single physical network interface to appear as multiple separate NICs to the hypervisor and its VMs. This enables VMs to bypass the software switch layer and go directly to low latency access to the network. On my screen, you see the supported NIC cards that are currently supported in OpenShift 4.20. Since the cards that we are using in the lab today are not on the supported list, we will install the operator and configure a dummy network. So let's switch over to OpenShift. As you can see, the operator is already installed. We're going to click on SR-IOV network. And we're going to start calling this SR-IOV network dummy test. This is where you put the endpoints in, log level if you want to change that, VLAN ID if you need it, for VF, and lots of other details. We're going to put as auto or link state, and we're just going to click create. Now that's created, we are going to jump to bonding. Bonding is also known as NIC teaming, where you can combine 2 or more NIC network interfaces to make a single logical NIC for VMs to use. There are different modes that you can set up for NIC teaming: active backup, load balancing, or active standby. So to do that, we are going to go to Node Network Policy, create a new policy. So we're going to call this bond. Let's call this VM bond 1. And this would be VM bond 1. You can add a description if you would like. I'm going to leave that up. Network state will be up, and we'll do bonding. This is where you're going to add your port information. To find that information, we're going to duplicate the page. To use Node Network Configuration Policy, one thing I forgot to say is you have to install an mstate operator and configure it. Once you do that, you'll be able to see under Node Network Configurations the NICs that are connected to the card. We're going to use this pair right here. So we're going to copy the name, comma, separated, and we'll do balance round robin. We're going to let that create. And as you can see it from the progress enhancement state, it's going through. And now our bond is created. Now we can dedicate this interface to bond. We'll have to create the bridge. So we're going to call this VM-bridge. VM-bridge. And we'll make this a Linux bridge there is a difference between Linux Bridge and Open vSwitch Bridge. There will be a link, more additional resources and links to tell you the difference between the two and the features that come with those bridges. And this one, we're going to say VM-bond1. And we're going to leave STP off. Give this a second to start populating. And while this is going, we'll create the VLAN. So to create the VLAN, you'll have to go to a network attachment definition. And you see, here's our dummy test for SR-IOV. And we'll call this VLAN 10. Description if you want to include one. And we'll do OVN Kubernetes secondary local network. Bridge mapping. So this will be PR. And what did I call this thing? Oh, VM bridge. VM-bridge. MTU setting if you want to set it. And then this is going to be external, like where it's configured on the switch. You can add the VLAN ID number. And then it's created. Now, you will be able to create, all this can be created through the YAML file. If you wanted to attach it at the top, click create and import from YAML. And this is where you add your YAML text. I'm showing you through the click way, because right now it's the way I'm most comfortable with, along with once you get more advanced into OpenShift, you can start adding multiple files to it. You'll just have to add special syntax that will show that the end of a file and the start of a new one, and you can deploy everything that way. We've covered SR-IOV and how to create them, along with setting up bridges and VLANs for your VMs to use. One last key point that I will call out is you can also, when you create a VLAN or a special vSwitch or Linux bridge, you can assign it to a specific namespace. If it's created in the default namespace, it's global for everybody to use. If it's in a specific namespace, it will be only for that namespace to use. We'll see you next time when we talk about everything with storage. Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. That wraps us up for this episode. Join us next time to keep on learning about the world of Red Hat OpenShift Virtualization.